Hello everyone, welcome back to the Engine Connoisseur. Today, we're diving into the world of the weird, the wacky, and the downright bizarre. Get ready to explore some of the most unusual cars you never knew existed. But before we jump into this wild ride, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell if you haven't already. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on any of our exciting content. Let's kick things off with the 1936 Stout Scarab, often considered the world's first minivan. This futuristic vehicle looked like something straight out of a sci-fi movie with its beetle-like shape and spacious interior. Designed by William Bushnell Stout, the Scarab was meant to be a mobile office, complete with a table and swiveling seats. Despite its innovative design, only 9 were ever made. Next up, we have the Peel P50, the smallest car ever produced. Manufactured in the 1960s on the Isle of Man, this tiny three-wheeler is just 54 inches long and 39 inches wide. It was designed as a city car and could fit one adult and a shopping bag. The Peel P50 even made it into the Guinness World Records as the smallest production car ever. With no reverse gear, drivers had to physically lift and turn the car around. Imagine driving straight into a lake without a care in the world. The Amphicar Model 770 made this possible. Built in the 1960s, this amphibious car could travel on both land and water. With a top speed of 7 knots on water and 70 miles per hour on land, the Amphicar was a true marvel of engineering. Although it wasn't a commercial success, it's certainly one of the most unique cars ever made. Known affectionately as the bubble car, the BMW Isetta is an iconic microcar from the 1950s. Its distinctive bubble-shaped design and front-opening door made it stand out. Originally designed by the Italian company ISO, BMW purchased the rights and produced it during the post-war era when small, fuel-efficient cars were in high demand. The Isetta could seat 2 people and had a tiny 298cc engine. Its design was so unique that in some countries, it was classified as a 3-wheeled motorcycle. The Reliant Robin is a 3-wheeled wonder from the UK that has become somewhat of a cult classic. Despite its tendency to tip over during sharp turns, the Robin was popular due to its affordable price and economical running costs. It has been featured in various TV shows and movies, often for comedic effect, but there's no denying its place in automotive history. Over 60,000 units were produced, making it one of the most successful 3-wheelers ever. Translating to electric egg, the Oeuf Electrique is a French electric car designed by Paul Arzens during World War II. This peculiar vehicle had a distinctive egg-shaped body made of aluminum and plexiglass. Despite its unconventional look, it was quite ahead of its time with its electric powertrain. Only a handful were made, making it a rare and fascinating piece of automotive history. The Oeuf Electrique had a range of about 60 miles, which was quite impressive for its time. The 1959 Cadillac Cyclone was all about showcasing futuristic technology. It featured radar-based collision avoidance systems, bubble canopies, and sleek rocket-inspired design elements. Although it never went into production, the Cyclone remains one of the most visually striking concept cars ever created. The car's nose cones contained radar units that were intended to detect obstacles and alert the driver. An engineering marvel of its time, the Norman Timms Special was designed by Indy 500 engineer Norman Timms. This custom-built car had an incredibly long and sleek body with no doors and a rear engine layout. Its aerodynamic design and hand-formed aluminum body made it a true work of art. Unfortunately, the car was lost for many years before being rediscovered and restored to its former glory. The Special's body was so streamlined that it looked more like a piece of sculpture than an automobile. The Maybach Excelero is a high-performance sports car that looks like a villain's ride from a James Bond movie. Commissioned by Fulda Tires, the Excelero was built to test high-performance tires. With a twin-turbo V12 engine producing 700 horsepower, it could reach a top speed of 218 miles per hour. Only one Excelero was ever made, making it a unique and bizarre addition to automotive history. The car's design and performance have earned it a legendary status among car enthusiasts. Last but not least, we have the Fiat Multipla, often cited as one of the ugliest cars ever made. Its unusual design with a bulbous upper section and narrow lower half made it stand out in a crowd. Despite its polarizing looks, the Multipla was praised for its practicality, offering ample interior space and seating for six. Love it or hate it, the Multipla is undeniably one of the most bizarre cars ever produced. And there you have it, a journey through some of the most bizarre cars you never knew existed. From amphibious vehicles to bubble cars, the automotive world is full of surprises.